Happy Friday, everybody. How's everybody feeling today, man? Look at Creative Tony. Look at my guy over there. Look at him. Look at him, folks.
Ooh, here we go, dude. Happy Friday.
Yeah. No, and I think Don Peralta said it best, our spiritual leader and our art director extraordinaire. He just posted up a couple of minutes ago. He was like, hey, PMP, happy real opening day, because that's what this is. I don't know what that mutant Wednesday night Netflix abomination was. And Tony, I got good news. It turns out we aren't the only angry people in regards to the Netflix broadcast. I was flipping around Twitter last night and I saw Nikki. Dude, it's funny how he surfaces when baseball starts. Nikki Turturro, brother of John Turturro, the famous acting family. Nikki was on there last night. He's going, listen, what are they doing with this Netflix stuff? He's like, we don't want to see guys. Ready for this, Tony? Not kayaks. He was like, they're showing people in canoes. I don't care about people in canoes. Canoes. Yeah. He's like, they got red canoes out in the cove. Nobody cares. We don't care about canoes. And I feel, Nikki, I got to back him on that. But we do have real opening day today and a couple of announcements right out of the gate. Obviously, we have a special start time today. We appreciate everybody being with us at a little bit of an earlier time. We're going to do our best to get out of here around 12 noon because Tolbert has a pregame broadcast. I don't want to step on that. And then the giant pregame festivities is always a lot of fun to watch. So we'll do our best to get everybody out of here in a timely fashion today. But first, let me check in with my guy. My guy's stressed. How you doing, Big T? You okay over there?
I'm good, man. Paulie, hang on a second. I just needed to get a little airy chimes to give me a little, that kind of made me feel better. That kind of made me feel a little bit better. But it's been a busy Friday morning, Paulie. Busy. I got the Ethernet blues. I got the substation blues. I got Netflix blues. I got StreamYard double gun blues. It's all good. But you know what, Paulie? It's Friday. It's Robbie Ray Day. It's tight pants day.
Tighten them up. If you're going to the yard, wear your tightest set of slacks. Yeah.
Okay, now people are saying I look a little fuzzy. Lily's saying I look blurry. Miriam's saying, Tony, do something. And now it's great. Now I'm blurry.
Great. Tony, great. Hold on. Stand by. I don't want to upset Tony. Actually, you know what? It's working itself out. It is. It's working itself out. Because I know it's not, you got to understand, everybody in the audience, it really isn't our fault. We've taken so many measures to upgrade the broadcast quality, and we'll continue to, but we have been particularly snake bitten the last couple of days. We had the Mark Cannizzaro mishap yesterday. Speaking of, let's cross our fingers for better results because we have Scott Ostler coming on the show at about 11:30 today. I want to catch up with Scott, talk about his retirement, and talk about his career a little bit. But Tony, don't get all bummed out. Don't worry. We're going to try to work this out.
Paulie, really quick. If for some reason I'm frozen up or blurry during Ostler, I'm just going to bail out. Right. And then you guys can continue the conversation. I'm just saying that I'm prefacing the whole conversation with that. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, no problem at all, Tony. And here's what I think I'm going to recommend. I think you might want to bail out now and come back. And what I'll do to be productive is I'll do the Peralta Arts spot while you're reloading and rebooting your system. How's that sound? We'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll talk Peralta Arts. You're going to clean up your act. I'm blessing you. Yes, and name it. Through him, with him, forever and ever. Tony, get your butt out of here. Paulie's pulpit, dude. Remember? Yeah. All right, there he goes. Let Tony clean up his act. We tried to bless him with the Holy Spirit. Hopefully that'll work. Okay. Business. We do have to handle some business. A lot of business today. So, and happy opening day, everybody. I'm excited too. We got Robbie Ray with the tight pants. We got a daytime baseball. That's the way it should be. Again, we're going to wash our hands entirely of the Wednesday night abomination. I don't know what that was. Let's pretend it never happened. Today's the real one. And I know a lot of you in the audience are actually going to be heading up to the yard too. So we'll do our best again to dismiss the class on time. We do have a music assignment too if you want to play along. It's pauliespod@gmail.com. And since it is kind of the real opening day today, we thought we'd do songs about, beginnings or the start of something or songs about something brand new, because that's what we have here, a brand new baseball season. Okay, all of that being said, let's talk about Peralta Arts and Company. This, my friends, is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture all come and they all collide. And we would like to say happy opening day from Peralta Arts to all of y'all. The merch store is updated and ready to rock. I know Dom is very proud of his new Grateful t-shirts, as he should be. We had the opening night shirt at Standard Deviant a couple of days ago. So pick one up. I mean, help Dom out and pick one up. It's a really, really cool shirt. Nothing but compliments. Everybody who's seen it. Most people want to buy one immediately. So don't sleep on this. Make sure you get one. And always remember, when it comes to displaying your whatever you're working on, maybe you're a freelance art director, you're a freelance marketing guy, you're a copywriter, and you need some artwork to accompany your project or your campaign or a special event, talk to Dom Peralta, because your story deserves bold visuals. Peralta Arts and Company will bring them to life with Bay Area soul. So contact Peralta Arts and bring your next vision to life. Contact Dom anytime. It is Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. You guys have seen Dom's great work. He did a killer poster. Unfortunately, Tony can't display it right now because he's not with. Here he comes. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hey, dude, awesome. You look all, it's a whole new you, bro. It's a whole new you.
Whole new world.
Yeah, sorry. Nice vocals. Again, from the man who claims he can't sing. That was a pretty nice vocal. Tony, you cleaned up your act real nice. You got the plant is swaying in the breeze back.
I got a fan on next to me right here, Paulie. So the fan is blowing the gentle breeze onto the plant. By the way, remember we named the plant Fungo like a month ago. So Fungo is very happy here. I need to turn the page and turn to a happy Friday mood because God bless America.
Right.
The crap that we're doing. I'm not an engineer. All right. I'm not a techie. I'm not a tech bro.
No. Nor do you want to be in your next life.
No. Anyways, can I just Paulie just because I need it. I need this right now. Okay. I got to get there.
Whatever you need to do your thing.
I need this right now more than anybody right now. Okay.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
It's not asking much. Okay.
Well, hey, listen, our prayers have been answered. They have been delivered because you look good. You sound good. So I think we're ready to rock and roll, Tony. You just relax. I'll tell you what you do. You catch your breath. You just chill. You enjoy the show for a couple of minutes. I'm going to drop a couple of March.
Chill. Do you know the song Let's Chill? Is that Ralph T? No, Johnny Gill. That's Johnny Gill.
I don't know Johnny Gill's. I don't know that, but I'll tell you what I do know. I do know EPMD, You Got to Chill. I know that one.
You got to chill.
Totally.
Sorry.
Couple things. Yeah, great riff in that one too. Couple of quick pieces of information for you. First of all, March Madness. No, not yet. What do you got, Tony? What?
I want to be able to play this on Monday.
Bombs away.
Who's going deep today, Paulie? Before we get into the madness down in San Jose last night with Neil Donardi and Andrew Markoulis and Tom Tolbert and Steve Kerr's Wildcats, who's going deep today? Tell me.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be Chapman or Devers. One of the big boys is going to load. Yeah, one of the big boys is going to unload today. It's time. Let's see some power. Let's light the fuse and let's get the crowd into the game. And the long ball certainly will do that. And I'm looking at the usual suspects. Give me a Chapman bomb. Give me a Devers bomb. That's all. Not too much to ask.
Not too much to ask. I wonder if Chapman stays in the 2 slot, by the way. Do you think I kind of liked him in the 2 hole, to be honest with you. Because, Paulie, it's a whole different ballgame against the Yankees on the Netflix nightmare, let's call it. Netflix nightmare. Wednesday night. Chapman and Arise both got on, dude. So it's like that's setting the table. That's setting the table right there. And then Devers with the pop-up, man. The freaking pop-up, man. Anyways, if the Giants score 1 or 2 runs in that bottom of the first, different ballgame. I firmly believe different ballgame. And I was talking to somebody else who also believes that Logan Webb was tipping his pitches, because when you look at Logan Webb's stats in his career, he never gets like lit up like that. You know what I mean? He'll give up 4, but to give up 5 in 1 inning, that never happens in Webb. So I still firmly believe something.
Yeah, you might be right. You easily could be right. Let's hope they correct that before his next start. But Tony, is your old man going to the game? I think he's always like a traditional opening day guy, isn't he? Your father, Big Ed?
I think that actually, I don't know. That's a really good question. By the way, I got a picture from Darren Chan, DC, our guy in the booth, right? Yeah, Darren Chan. Yeah. He sent me a picture of a parking lot on what street was this? let me just find out what street, right by the ballpark. He sent this text of a picture and he just put one word. Oh, Townsend, the Townsend Street parking lot.
Yeah.
Guess how much parking is. Guess how much parking is today, Paulie, for on Townsend, 1 block over from the ballpark. Can you guess?
Okay, I'm going to guess. I'm going to say, I know it's going to be offensive and astronomical, so I'll say $115. 140, dude. 100 and I mean,
what are we doing? What are we doing, dude? $140 to park your car. To park your car, dude. That's like,
no. You haven't even gotten out of your car yet, and you're out $140. You're still sitting in your car. You're out $140. Yeah.
Dude.
I know. It's tough.
I'm sorry, man. I'm a little spicy today, dude, for many reasons, and whatever. I'm just gonna go with it because this is therapy for me. Thank you, PNP Familia, for allowing me to basically lie on the couch and have you all treat me today because I'm a hot mess. So, Paulie, I'm glad that you are stable. I'm glad we're gonna have the even keeled and just amazing Scott Ostler on the show later. So. I look forward to all that, Paulie, but thank you in advance. That's all.
No, dude, don't thank me. And by the way, excuse me. Pardon me while I choke to death. You're doing fine, Tony. You're doing fine. Yeah. You're being much harder on yourself than you need to, but you relax. Here's the thing. I do have a couple of things about March Madness I want to talk about. The Sweet 16. There was a couple of really good games yesterday. Probably the game of the day, or at least the best game that I saw, was Purdue and Texas, and Purdue wins that one 77-79. I also, Tony, I got to tell you something funny. You know how we feel about the PNP Familia, like we're a pretty close-knit group. I see my guy Arkansas Dave on the line. So Dave, let me address you directly for a second. I swear to God, this is true. We ended the show yesterday, and one of the last things that was said was Tony was like, "Hey man, go Arizona Wildcats. We got Tom Tolbert in the house. Steve Kerr was down there too. Steve Kerr and Tolbert were together at the Arizona game. Yo, Arkansas Dave, I didn't realize they were playing Suey Pig. I didn't know that when we ended the show. I hadn't looked at the matchups. So then, Tony, I felt guilty during the game because Arizona was roughing them up. And I was like, oh, dude, Arkansas Dave is going to think we turned on him. Anyway, Dave, I didn't even realize that was the matchup, so I'm sorry for your loss. I know you're a monster Razorback fan.
Hey, Paulie, that's what we call a win-win situation, though, because if Arkansas wins, we are fired up and on Arkansas Dave bandwagon. But if Arizona wins, then we just continue to ride with the bear down Wildcats and Steve Kerr and Tom Tolbert. And like I said, Andrew Markoulis and Neil Gennardi of Longbridge Pizza, both Arizona Wildcat grads. They were in the house as well. And Arizona looks freaking good, dude. They look like a freight train on their way to the championship. I don't know who's going to beat them.
Yeah, I think you're right. It would take, so far, they're the best looking group I've seen in this tournament. Yeah. And you're right. They look like they're on a mission. They have it all. They got size. They got kids that can shoot. They got a game in the paint. They can do it all. Also,
how
Tony,
about your guys from Iowa, dude? Is that what you're going to go next? Your guys from Iowa?
I was going to make an apology to you as well, because I know your Cornhuskers have fallen, and Tony was hot on them. But I'm going to come clean, dude. I've always liked Big Ten basketball. I like Indiana. I like Purdue. I like Michigan State. I just like their whole style of play and how it is like a religion in the heartland, man. Basketball, that whole Hoosiers Indiana thing, that's real. I was happy for Iowa. They're on to the Elite Eight. But Creative Tony, of course, has his the Cornhuskers go down. I'll tell you what, though.
How the hell do the Cornhuskers only have 4 kids on the floor in the final possession? What are we doing?
Well, there was a big debate about this today on the all the talk shows this morning. Let me bounce this off you. Do you feel like in that circumstance, when in the chaos of the moment and a coach says, okay, let's go play, only 4 guys are on the floor, do you think it's the referee's responsibility to inform the coach and be like, hey, coach, you need another player. You only got 4. Or do you think the coach has to know how many of his own kids are on the floor? It's an interesting question. What do you think?
Coach needs to know. I don't know. In the NFL, they're not telling people, hey, you only have 10 on the field, or hey, you've got 12 on the field. They're not doing that. So the referee's job is to officiate the game and basically, call fouls and rules that are being broken. But as far as the responsibility of a head coach to know how many players are on the floor, That's not the referee's job, in my opinion.
Hey, Tony, Nicky DiFrancesco is coming in with some high-level riffing right now. High level. He's quoting Mike Singletary. I want winners. I want people that want to win. I want people, that whole thing with Vernon Davis and all this. Yeah. And then he's like, I'd rather play with 10 guys and get penalized all the way up and down the field. And Nicky D's coming in with, I want winners. I'll play with 4. Dude, phenomenal. Nicky, that was good, man. That was really good.
That is fantastic. Nicky D, by the way, great to see Nicky D on Wednesday night at Standard Deviant Brewing. We had such a good time. Again, thank you, everybody, for coming. I see Pine Needle on the chat. Pine Needle, I got your email. Paulie, I'm going to forward it to you today. It's a great email. Thank you, Pine, and great to meet your son. And we call him Pine.
And always remember, Tony, sorry, Tony, to interject what Tony's talking about right there. Always remember this, PMP family. Yours truly, Paulie Mack, the guy who's like, show this is, I can't get into my own email on the show. That's a true story, folks. So Tony has to forward me the email that goes to pauliespod@gmail.com. And this is not any kind of like technical glitch. This is them saying, dude, you're not allowed to come in here, because Tony's been side by side with me signing on, and they just simply will not allow me access. So I appreciate that, Pine. I haven't seen it yet, but I will read it in a little bit. Tony, one other thing about 4 on the floor, and thank you for the reminder, you guys. Yes. Also, in the movie Hoosiers, Gene Hackman, coach, and because the ref comes over, he goes, Coach, you only got 4 guys on the floor. And then Hackman goes, my team is on the floor. My team is on the floor. He's playing with 4 guys, dude. My team is on the floor. That's how we're going to roll today, folks. All right. So Tony, I want to say one more March Madness thing. I am jacked up to watch. I really am. I'm excited to watch St. John's and Duke later today. That's, I think, a 4:00 game. So that's going to be nice. Like Giants game ends.
St. John's. Go St. John's. Come on.
Totally go St. John's. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a long time since St. John's has been this far.
Been a while.
Sorry. Totally. And people are suggesting St. John's has a shot because of how physical they are. They might have
shot. Do they have a shot? You're saying, Paulie? Is that what you're saying? We have a chance. We have a chance. And by the way,
oh yeah, it's business time.
Arkansas Dave in the house. Just be re-upped as a member for 7 months. Arkansas Dave, thank you for the love, brother. He says, thanks, Rags, for my Razorback therapy this morning. I guess Rags and Arkansas Dave were cutting it up. That's great, man. That's fantastic. And we have Escobar Cheeks III is a super. Escobar, he says, at least on Wednesday, we had that turncoat K 4 times. Hashtag F Judge the Choker. Hashtag Vamos Gigantes. Hashtag F Shady Shohei. Hashtag F the Doyers. Hashtag Bombs Away. Hashtag Go Blue. Hashtag No But Stuff. And can I add a hashtag? Hashtag Golden Sombrero for your guy, Aaron Judge, Escobar. Great to see you here on a Friday morning. I was going to say afternoon, but Friday morning, the 11 a.m. start.
Yeah. We got the earlier time today. Tony, watch this. I'm going to slide right into some more business right now. I'm going right back in.
You're going to do that.
Yes, business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Nice vocal tee. Tony, it's not, you know it and I know it. Listen, we can try to avoid this, but we know the reality. It's time to talk Dan Coach Emilio, and that's what I'm here to do. We're going to talk securemoney.com. And we're going to
dare I say that Dan Coach Emilio is a master of reality here on a Friday. Okay.
You're darn right he is. You're darn right he's a master of reality. And if you want to know about After Forever, you go talk to Dan Coach Emilio. He's got all the answers. Yeah, he can.
Oh, the funk, dude. The funk of Sabbath, dude.
You just got me to bang my head. It was a reflex. I just started like immediately just ba 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 bow, but ba na na now, ba 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 bow.
What was the line about the Pope? Would you like to see the Pope? What was?
Would you like to see the Pope on the end of a rope? Do you think that that's cool, Tony?
Yes, that's right.
Do you think that that's cool? All right, Tony, Dan Coach Emilio. Sorry, let's get back to business. Let's get on point and talk about securemoney.com because Dan, like Carlos De La Fuente, these guys, I'm telling you, we are so lucky to have these assets in our wheelhouse. People that are supporting the show with these great services. So Dan Coach Emilio is with securemoney.com. Visit the webpage, learn about what Dan provides, what kind of services. Again, securemoney.com. But I can give you the broad strokes. Dan Not only is he a great dude, he's part of the PMP Familia. He is a monster baseball guy. You've seen his show on the NorCal Sports Network. He does a lot of Giants stuff. He'll probably be doing a post-game show today. I would be my guest after the game. And check him out because they really get into the nooks and crannies. If you're a seam head, you will love Dan's show. But his day job, he's 30 years in the business, in the financial game, dedicated to providing his clients with honest service and the results that you and your family need. Now, we're talking about safety and protection as Dan's kind of mission statement, the way he views finances. I want to do two things for all my clients, as Dan would say, and that is provide safety and protection for your money and for your assets. The money that you have coming in, let's protect that. Let's not lose that to some exorbitant taxes that you're going to be paying, because Dan can also help you kind of trim the fat off of those rather. Help you pay fewer taxes. There are ways to do that. You got to be in the hands of a professional, though, like Dan, to know what those would be. And then there's just the protection of your money, just protecting your money so you don't lose. Dan's committed to the idea of assisting you with financial growth and opportunity, but also you never losing money in the process. And he's going to maximize your income. There's a whole bunch of different ways to do that. Ask him. Say, Dan, how can you help me grow my money? How can I maximize my income? He's got a variety of avenues you can take to achieve that. And then again, paying fewer taxes. And then, Tony, we talk about this a lot. Like you and I, man, we're in our 50s. It's time you got to start like addressing all this adult stuff, like retirement planning, like life insurance, IRA planning, estate planning, 401k rollovers. Dan can assist you with all of that stuff. Maybe you just need a life insurance policy. Talk to Dan. Let's have him write one up for you. You guys can work on it together. And again, with the numbers, Dan has access to guaranteed options, paying 7% on 2-year terms, Tony, and 8% on 5-year terms. Again, he is a professional financial wizard. SecureMoney.com. You can see Dan, read about his services there. 1-888-960-SAFE, 1-888-960-SAFE. Or you can also email Dan anytime. It's simply Dan@SecureMoney.com, Tony. So thank you, Dan, very much. Go Giants. Have a great weekend and have a good show after the game. I'll be looking for you today, Dan. Thanks, buddy.
Dan knows his S. That's basically what I'm going to say. When it comes to baseball, when it comes to securing your money, when it comes to looking out for you as his client and or friend, Dan knows his S, and he will take great care of you. And like Paulie said, also check him out, NorCal Sports Network. He had great baseball takes yesterday on social media, and it was about the Dodgers too, where he's just saying, hey, like it or not, the Dodgers are a very smart franchise right now. They're calling all the right shots. They're making all the right moves, and you have to tip your cap. And I was like, damn, dude, he's right, And that's what Dan keeps it real. And last word about Dan, Paulie, it's tax time and it's crunch time of tax time. You know what I'm saying? So I do. If you're interested, Dan has been able to save his clients from between $10,000 and $40,000. Saves them that kind of savings in tax time. Give Dan a call, 888-960-SAFE, 888-960-7233, or email Dan at securemoney.com. And safety and protection. Right, Paulie?
Yeah, no question. And also, sorry, Tony, I got distracted by Red Jet Shell. She's coming in as almost like a bodyguard type figure for Dan Coach Emilio. She's going, listen, I'm a peaceful girl, but anybody tries to roll up on Dan, you're going to have to go through me. I love it. I love it, Red Jet Shell. I love the sassy attitude. Here's another one. I fully claim Dan C. Nice. Just not his chat. Yeah, I said it because Dan is such good people. Red Jet Shell, I agree with you. He is good people. And thank you, Tony.
And also some of our own PMP Familia plan to reach out to Dan. I know that we've talked to Patty, Neil, and Andrew here at Longbridge, and Don Peralta. Those guys have all said they cannot wait to talk to Dan, because we're all kind of in this, tweener zone of like you said, probably we're getting older and we need to start thinking about all this stuff, but it's also adjusting to that mindset, which we haven't been used to. So knowing we have a guy like Dan that we can call and discuss all of these retirement plans, and actually like I don't know, it's such complicated stuff. It's almost like a different language. He can explain it and make it easier for you. So give him a call, man. Seriously. And Paulie, thank you. I'm going to get back to business time real quick, because Escobar Cheeks followed up his first super with a second super. Thank you, Escobar. And he says, #no shaman, #Vegas didn't beat me, #free the thumb drive, #create chaos. Yes, Escobar, that a boy. Hashtag bring back small ball 100%. Hashtag fire Manfred, double guns Manfred. Hashtag feed the algorithm, and hashtag golden sombrero. Escobar, that's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you, Cheeks. I look forward to seeing you at the next PMP outing, and there definitely will be one. Hey, also want to say hello to Ocean View Coffee Shop. What's up, you guys?
I saw that.
Ocean View Coffee Shop hanging in the chat today with a variety of comments. And actually, you know, it's funny, Tony, as we're talking about Dan Coach Emilio, Ocean View Coffee Shop comes in as well and goes, listen, Dan C., that's my guy. And that's from the Ocean View Coffee Shop people. So thank you for that. And we endorse Dan as well. He is a great guy. Tony, I got a quick question for you. Before Scott Ostler joins us in 5 minutes or so, do we have time to give people a sneak peek at the Bummer brackets? Because they're pretty much ready to go. We're going to unveil them formally on Monday, but we have most of the matchups in place. Do we have time for a quick preview, or should we save that? Because we also got Supers.
No,
we got a lot. Okay.
We can do a quick preview. I want to honor the Supers first. We can do a quick preview because I'm trying to be better about honoring the Supers when they happen. This Patty's happened 3 minutes ago, so we're doing okay. Patty is a Super, and she says, have a great weekend. We'll be getting PMPTs to Joe Walsh and Joe Walsh's Guitar Tech. Hashtag one of these nights. Great song, by the way. And hashtag love to all. Yes, Patty, that should be a t-shirt. Hashtag love to all. Come on. It's good stuff.
And I want to say thanks to Patty for everything. She does so much for the show behind the scenes. Patty, you drive safe. Enjoy Joe Walsh. Yeah, please do. Spread the PMP brand around, man. If Joe wants to rock a PMP shirt, it would be like a dream come true because I love Joe Walsh. And what else was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. But anyway, thank you, Patty. Have a great weekend and enjoy the Eagles for sure. Go ahead, T. What else you got up there?
Hell yeah, dude. And then probably there's also, we've got SGA Sports Talk. Just became a member for 4 months. SGA Sports Talk, thank you for the support. Also, thanks for checking out the live stream on Wednesday. And he says, hi, Paulie and Tony. It was great being part of the opening night hangout on YouTube. And I love how much you two keep the show effing entertaining. All right. We love it. We love it. I love it.
Thank you, SGA. And sorry about that, Cron 4. I got no control over what people are going to write. Also, hello to Instagram. Hello to Twitter. Hello to YouTube. And, of course, Cron 4 doing this thing out there. So, Tony, carry on. More Supers.
No, I think we're squared away. Oh no, actually we're not. Red Jet Shell is a Super, and she says, first of all, great to meet you in person, Red Jet Shell, on Wednesday. She says, I claim Dan, PMP, and Los D. Anyone tries anything funny will get the front end of my Red Jet. Go Giants! Like, subscribe, share. Man, Red Jet, you are on fire. I need love more. It. And by the way, Red Jet Shell. Yes. And Red Jet Shell and Corinne Sartorio both wearing Brandon Crawford jerseys on Wednesday night at the Netflix Nightmare season opener.
I believe at one point there was a photo op that involved Tony in the middle of a Crawford sandwich. Like you had Crawford on your left and your right, and we documented that with a photograph, Tony. So.
Yeah, absolutely, Paulie. And while we're handling some business, I want to just remind people about, you can check us out for free on demand on the Cron 4 Plus app. It's right there on the homepage of the Cron 4 Plus app through Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV. And also, you can check us out at 11:30 on Cron after Sports Night Live as well. So a lot of fun stuff happening. Thank you, Cron 4, for the support and the love. And I don't know, Paul, we got a lot to look forward to this coming year with Cron. We had a great meeting with Cron Chris last week. By the way, he sends his apologies. He was good on Wednesday, but I think being a general manager of a heritage station like Cron is a lot. It's a lot. So Chris says hello to the PNP Familia, and one of these days he'll be back. He'll be back in action, P.
All right, Tony. No question. I appreciate that, and I got to tell you the truth. We were talking about Cron at the party the other night. You know, they've been a really great partner to us, and not once have they asked us to like change our content. Have they? Well, they actually maybe they did a little bit. They've told us not to do shows as long as we do, like regularly. We're trying. But the idea is, as far as the content of the show goes, they are really letting us do as we please, and we appreciate that. Very much. Okay, Tony, is it time for Scott, or do we try to show the brackets first? I'm going to let you kind of roadmap this bad boy.
So this isn't the bracket. It's not in bracket form yet, but if you can see, these are the matchups that we have so far. Okay, So here are some of them, Paulie. We're going to put it in bracket form. Dom and I will put it in bracket form over the weekend, and we can start this on Monday.
Yeah.
But in column A, it's entering the portal in 4th grade, or the transfer portal in 4th grade, like we showed on the show. That kid who played football in 4th grade was like, I'm entering the portal. Versus the parents holding their 8th graders back. To get
what is going on? What is going on in this society we're living in, dude? Parents intentionally flunking their kids so they have an advantage in sports. I don't know what kind of world we're living in, Tony. I really don't.
I know, man. Isn't that nuts? We've got baseball oven mitt versus the egregious eye black.
Okay.
Dude, how about this one just for you and me, Paulie? We have Roadcaster versus StreamYard.
Yes, yes, good.
We have the Robo Ump versus Instant Replay. We have Manscaping versus being a Wookiee. We have Long Ball versus Small Ball. We have working the day after Christmas versus working the day after the Super Bowl.
Oh, each of those are brutal. Those are 2 of the worst days to be at work.
Dude, how about this one? Billy Joel versus Taylor Swift. Okay?
That came up the other day in the meeting. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, it's how about this? I'm going to go down it's not you, it's me versus getting cheated on, dude. That's really good, dude.
These are the bummer brackets. This is not about feeling good. This is not about stroking your ego. These are real life issues that we all have to face at one time or another. Read me that matchup again. Getting cheated on versus what?
Getting cheated on versus it's not you, it's me.
Both are horrible. But if you're on the receiving end of either one of those, it's not a picnic. Believe me, folks. Yeah.
Dude, how about this? The Substation versus the 73 Netflix kayaks. Okay. We got the Genius Bar versus ticket fees. Okay?
Oh, Lord. Both are brutal.
Yeah. Grocery prices versus gas prices.
Yeah.
Mahomes versus Ohtani. Okay,
that's
Mahomes is never gonna...
That's 2 number 1 seeds just locking horns right out of the gate to Ohtani against Mahomes. That's a battle. That's a real bloodbath right there.
100%. And so I can list off a few more. Jelly roll versus an actual jelly roll, which is fantastic. Auto-tune vocals versus mumble rap, which I still don't understand mumble rap, dude. I can't believe that is considered an art form, but okay, sure.
Right.
How about this? Tesla has its own full category or full matchup. Tesla lights, they're not even high beams. They're just the regular beams that are basically blinding. They're blinding.
Yeah.
Versus Tesla trucks. Tesla lights
Tony,
versus Tesla trucks. Yeah.
I need to interrupt your broadcast for just a moment, and I'm going to have to send you something from Scott Ostler. I think you might have sent that to the wrong email, so I'm now going to send you Scott's correct email, okay?
Oh, yeah, because I sent it. The only email I had was his Chronicle email. He's not using that anymore?
Yeah, so here we go. It's in your hands right now. So resend this invite to Scott right now. I think he's waiting for us.
All right. Well, if you can carry on and hold down the show for a second, P, I will do that.
Okay. Yes, I'm typing too. Sorry, you guys. A little show production on the air today, but we want to make sure we get the invite out to Scott. So hold on one second. Resending now. Okay, Scott will be with us in a sec. Tony just sent out the old newspaper address, but now he's got to have his home address. So we got you covered right there. Okay. Also, folks, on the agenda, we will get to the music assignment a little bit later on. So again, we are going to have to ask you to cease sending your contributions. I'd say you got 10 more minutes if you want to participate. Fire it off to paulyspod@gmail.com. We'll go through the listeners. We'll do ours. We'll do a quick style today too. And if you do want to participate, it's songs about the beginning of something, songs about starting something, or songs about something new, something brand new as we stare down the barrel of this brand new baseball season. I'm psyched for the Giants game today. I know a lot of you are. I've seen that in the comments repeatedly today that we're all looking for. And Friday, dude, the perfect day for a home opener because you can kind of spill that right into a night out if you're in the city. And if you're on your way to the game, have a great time. Bring home a win. Enjoy Robbie Ray's tight pants. And I'm looking for Devers or Chapman to go lawn ball today. How we doing up there, Big T? We good?
About to send it. Just sent right now. I just sent it. Also, I just want to remind people, if you happen to be going to the game, or if you're in the area, Tom Tolbert is broadcasting live from Fieldwork right down the street from me right now. I'm at Longbridge. Tom is just at the new Fieldwork tap room across from McCovey Cove. He'll be there starting at noon. So if the area, or if you're going to the game, stop by Fieldwork and say hello to Tommy and Mad Max and Dan Ogden. They're all going to be in the house. And I'm sure Tom is super stoked about his Arizona Wildcats, man. So Scott should be joining us momentarily. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say?
No, nothing, Tony. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
You were saying he should be, that Tom Tolbert should be?
I think he should be excited about the Wildcats. Yeah. Again, like I said, I think they're the best squad I've seen in this tournament so far because they dominated Arkansas. Arkansas was having a hard time doing anything, and Arkansas had a really good year. By the way, that was the biggest defeat in March Madness history for John Calipari. Did you know that, Tony? That was the worst loss he's ever taken in the tournament, was at the hands of Arizona yesterday.
No offense, Arkansas Dave, but I don't mind that. I don't know. He's
is that any way to treat? Is that any way to treat one of your fellow countrymen though? He's Paisan. He's got the squingili going, and you're going to turn your back on him. Is that what you're telling me, Tony?
I just wonder what kind of rule bending has gone on with.
You don't even have to wonder. You don't have to wonder, dude. It's all out there. He's taken. He's been very. He's taken a lot of liberties with the rules. Let's just say that he applies to the Crater Face, dude. He applies to the Crater Face book of rules and regulations.
Well, if we're talking Greece and we're talking Crater Face and Calipari, I mean, I think we might be the only two people that connect Calipari and Greece and Crater Face.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay, so that's basically his mantra for coaching in the collegiate game. But Paulie, Scott Ostler has entered the green room. So if we'd like to bring him onto the show, I would love to get Scott on the show. Let me just make sure that the screen is ready for him so we don't block his face. There we go. All right, Paulie, welcome Scott to the show.
Yeah, this is our longtime friend. You guys all know Scott Ostler. He wrote for the Chronicle for decades. Prior to that, he was a great sports writer in Los Angeles, covering the Showtime Lakers. I love Scott's resume, and he recently submitted his final column. He is now retired from the journalism game. So we just wanted to have Scott on, congratulate him on a great career, and just catch up with him a little bit and see what's coming up next for Scott Ostler. So welcome back to Polymax Particles, Scott. And I would like to, what's up, man? Great to see you, Scott. And I just want to start by saying congratulations on a phenomenal career. Selfishly, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss reading you, but I'm happy for you at the same time. How you feeling, Scott?
Paulie, Tony, thanks for having me in. By the way, your green room sucks. There's no snacks here. It's too cold.
Tony,
lighting sucks.
Do something for Scott. We need warm towels. We need assorted nuts, and we need some chocolate dishes as well. Something to balance.
Green M&Ms.
No green M&Ms. Yes. I don't want trash in the dressing room. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So how you feeling, Scott? That's a big change in your life, and not doing what you've been doing for so many years. How's the transitional period going? Are you getting used to not having to submit columns?
No, it's weird. It's really, really strange. Yeah. I'm used to waking up in the morning in a sweat, just trying to figure out what I'm going to write today. I actually have bad dreams at night. What am I going to write? And now I wake up and I don't have to worry about it. I just have to worry about getting to my next doctor's appointment.
Dude, I hear you. Well, there's that saying. I don't know the original source, but there's that saying that people say when you retire, it's good to have something to retire to. In other words, you start painting or start traveling or you take on some new kind of hobby or something like that. Is there something that you have your sights set on that you would like to do in your post journalism career?
Yeah. Well, I'm taking notes as you write. Maybe painting, maybe traveling.
Right.
I'm not sure, but I am going to be looking for work, and I don't call it work, but I want to keep writing. And so, I've got a couple book ideas.
Nice.
I got some story ideas. I'd be open to maybe writing a once a week column for some outlet or something like that. So I like to write, and I'm glad to put the kind of the daily grind behind me.
Yeah.
I still want to write. So I'm going to be looking around. I'll be doing something. I remember, but I'm approaching retirement, not even retirement, just switching over, but I'm approaching it positively. And my old buddy Lowell Cohn, you guys remember Lowell?
Oh yeah,
of course, columnist, and he retired 7 or 8 years ago. And I asked him how it was.
Yeah,
and he said, "You wake up every morning and it's like the first day of summer vacation." And so I'm going to try to make it like that. I'm going to try to have that kind of attitude.
Good, man.
Kind of like you guys have on your show.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Scott, absolutely. And selfishly, Scott, I was like, God, I would love to have read an article by Scott Ostler the morning after what Paulie and I like to call the Netflix nightmare on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And all the pomp and circumstance. And I just want to get your thoughts on what went down at Oracle Park, not just the 7-0 shellacking by the Yankees, but also the Netflix broadcast and the Netflix presentation.
Tony, don't forget about the 73 Netflix kayaks in the cove as well. All part of the splendor. Yeah.
Well, you guys gonna clue me in because confession here. I've been away for about a week. I went up to Oregon and visit with my mom.
Nice.
Who's 99 and doing great.
Oh,
and so I'm kind of checked out of the sports scene because I'm not writing every day, but apparently I missed a really great opening night, and they really had their own kayaks out there.
Scott,
right, is it?
It was like when you hear about these people who stock their pond with trout or bass.
Yeah, exactly.
Netflix stocked the cove with 73 gaudy Netflix red colored kayaks. So it was like a log jam out there. But Tony's right. It was very heavy handed. And then another unusual thing, Scott, they had, of all people, I can't explain this, Jameis Winston, the football player, was on the field interviewing baseball players. The whole thing was bizarro. Yeah.
You know, the thing is, sports now is to not only try to improve things and make them more viewer worthy and all that stuff, but to overdo it. The whole thing is overkill. Like, we can't make it better. Let's just make it crazier. Let's make it more over the top, weird, wrong. You know, it's like when you go to a basketball game now, you go to a Warriors game and they're fighting for a play-in spot or whatever, you know, they're down there. They're not, this isn't the NBA finals, right? It's just a regular season game. And the introductions are like, if God came back, if Jesus came back to whoever's going to come back, if they came back now, they couldn't have a bigger introduction than that. And it's just Moses Moody. Come on.
Yeah, right. That's all. It's Santos. Explosions are going off. Yeah.
Scott, on that note,
I'm sorry I missed the canoe fest.
No,
it would have been great to get out there with a paintball gun and nail all those guys.
That's what we were saying. That's exactly what we were saying. We had the same idea. I'm sorry, Tony. Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say, Scott, you missed the Yankee players entering the ballpark through taxi cabs with dancers on top of the taxi cabs.
No,
and then giant
true story. Yeah,
and Giants players walking through a cable car with dancers on the cable car. So
I think it's just part of a Monty Python sketch, isn't it?
It easily could be. It easily could have been, Scott. It was. It was very strange. It did not suit baseball at all. You know, one thing I wanted to ask Scott, Tony, is just about, you know, the body of work that you've put out in throughout your time in Los Angeles.
You mean the mound of trash, right?
Well, hey, that's what we're all left with at the end of it, right? What do I do with
It's like after the party, you know, the party's great and everything. Then you come on the next morning and man, it really smells bad and the cigar butts all over the place. And,
cleanup, the cleanup process.
It was better the night before, but yeah.
I've always admired and been like really envious of like the circumstances you worked in, like covering the LA Showtime Lakers back in the 80s. Like what an incredible assignment. And then, you know, you've got to see Steph Curry and the Giants World Series run. The question I want to ask you, Scott, is who are the people, you know, players, coaches like that you feel fortunate that you were able to cover when you look back like, wow, I'm fortunate. I got to see such and such on a nightly basis.
Yeah. There's a million, but you've kind of touched on it. It kind of goes back. We'll go back to the Laker days a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was 1979. I was at the LA Times, and I was doing features and stuff. And they said, "Why don't you go cover the Lakers? You go be the beat guy for the Lakers." And I'd never covered basketball as a full-time gig and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, okay. And they had this rookie named Magic Johnson that they just brought in, and it was from the first day. They brought him to town for a summer league game before he had even signed and all that stuff. And I met him that night and sat down with him in the back of the locker room for about a half an hour and just talked. And I walked out of the thinking, this is crazy. Nobody, if this is the way sports is going to be, sign me up. And he did not disappoint. He was phenomenal from I was around him every day for like 3 years, for the first 3 years of his career. And that was phenomenal. And it was weird. I was thinking back the other day, they're in the NBA, not to get too deep in this, but there's been, I'm going to identify 3 basic periods of the NBA. The first is when they made their big breakthrough was basically when Will Chamberlain came in. Because they had been in the Stone Ages where it's just, 10 guys beating the crap out of one another with clubs and stuff. Then Will Chamberlain came in, this graceful, super talented, wonderful athlete, magnetic, dynamic guy. And he kind of changed the whole picture. There were other guys that came in around the same time, Elgin Baylor and people like that. But that was a big change. The next big change I thought was when Magic came in, when Magic and Bird came in, basically. And that changed a lot of the whole entertainment style, the whole vibe of the NBA. It just brought it a whole different level. And then the next stage of development, or whatever you want to call it, is when Steph and the boys came in.
Oh yeah.
When Kurt took over and gave them a kind of a game plan, a blueprint and stuff like that. And that just blew sports out of the water. That was just nutty. Those first couple of years were just insane. And so yeah, it was great to be a part of that. And with Steph, again, we're talking about people. Steph he's not Magic Johnson, because Magic was this crazy personality. It was just every day was just amazing to be around. Steph, obviously, much more low key, but an amazing dude. When you think about it, when Steph came in, he didn't want to play for the Warriors. He wouldn't even come and try. He wouldn't even come and do a workout for them because he did. Wow. I don't want any part of that loser organization. Basically, he didn't say that, but that was the deal. He wanted to go to the Knicks very much. Didn't want to know part of the Warriors. They drafted him, stuck him on a team with Nelly, who was really tough on rookies, and with a bunch of guys who all they wanted to do is get the game out of the way so they could get to the strip club. And here's Steph Curry. Doesn't fit in. His guard running mate says, we don't need this guy. And Steph never said a word.
No.
Never said, just played ball.
Yep.
And all along the line, there's been all kinds of things that happen. People come, people go. In recent years, there have been down times, up times. And through it all, he has never bitched or complained once, to at least publicly, that we know of.
Right.
And to me, that whole temperament, that whole thing, just being above the fray of stupidity level that we can get to sometimes has been incredible. He's been an astounding guy to be around and to watch.
Yeah, he's just an exceptional human being. Go ahead, Tony. Yeah.
Well, Scott, you talk about Steph. I just want to pose the hypothetical that could become a reality next year, and I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah.
For or against LeBron coming to the Warriors next season?
In a way, I can see it. Make one last run. LeBron still's got a little bit of tread on the tires. And then the other day, I was, scrolling through something, and I saw this YouTube thing on LeBron's flops. And it's the kind of thing where a guy waves a hand at LeBron. He's as close as I am to you, Tony. And LeBron throws himself on the floor like, oh my. It's so unmanly and so degrading and so horrible.
I agree.
And so insulting to everybody. And it just makes me sick. And I don't want to see that kind of ball. Steph came into the league, I asked him in the first couple of years, they said, you don't really flop much. And he said, no, I just never learned to do that. I was always taught that's not part of the game. Over the years, he's gradually developed. He has a little flop to him. He can do it occasionally. He can sell the little tippy tap on the wrist on the 3-pointer and stuff.
Right.
But nothing like that. It's kind of stuff you see on so many guys. And I just hate to see that come in, So
well, what's crazy, Scott?
I'm for the purity of the game, and which Steph to me represents. So, if they bring him in, okay, I'll deal with it, and it'll probably be good, and it'll probably work out to an extent. But I don't know. Put me down for a no on that, Tony.
Okay, good. Me too, Scott.
That's
me too.
All three of us. That's all three of us. None of us enjoy the flop. And you know what's crazy, Scott? Tony coaches youth sports, and he's got a son that's playing basketball right now. I think, 12 years old, Tony? Is that the level?
Yeah.
And Scott, check this out. The same way that Steph Curry has affected literally the way the game is played but kids in CYO now are launching half-court shots. But on top of that, kids are flopping now. Tony has sent me videos. Kids are out there emulating what they see because SGA does it too. He's a big flopper.
Yes.
Yeah. And so now, Scott, the game has been so infected by this that kids are literally throwing themselves on the floor now. It's just, I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how this is ever going to change course.
Well, I don't know. How old are the kids you coach, Tony?
Yeah, so the 12 years old,
Okay.
sixth grade.
They're old
sixth
enough.
grade.
They're old enough. Just slap them, man.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, parents. I'm kidding.
No, I know. Yeah.
But you know, I played ball. You know, I played high school, a little bit of college ball, and played city league, pickup ball and stuff like that. And that was back in the day. I don't remember guys flopping back then. It just didn't. It just didn't have. Where did that come about? And to me, it's sickening. And it could be eliminated instantly by the league saying, you know, they can't necessarily officiate it in real time, but they can go back and review the film and levy fines and suspensions for serial floppers. And I think they should do it. At one time they said they were going to do that. They never enforced it. It's bull crap. And I think to me, it ruins the game. And if I was a kid coach, I'd say, I don't care if it works. The other team is doing it. We lose games because I don't care. Anybody that flops sits on the bench the rest of the game.
Yeah, I love that.
How's that for your old man take, man?
No, I'm with you, man. Old men line up. I'm with Scott on this one, man, 100%. I want to ask Scott Tony about like a present day talking point it's a real talking point in Major League Baseball, and it's about Aaron Judge, Scott. I want to know what your view of him is, because he is now dragging this reputation around that he does not perform on the big stage. He had problems in the World Series against the Dodgers. He had problems in the World Baseball Classic where he struck out 4 times in the gold medal game. And then opening day, you know, much different animal too. I mean, it's 1 of 162, but he did go 0 for 5 and strike out 4 times on the Netflix broadcast and all that. In your mind, Scott, is that warranted, this rep that he has now that he's not a big time player? Or do you think that, you know, it's accurate?
I think it's warranted until he lives it down. It's probably a relatively small sample size. I haven't looked at his stats and see what his playoff and World Series and so forth stats are, but it is what it is. You know, if it's 5 games and he's batting 182, then you got to say, okay, it's small. It's a small part, but the great ones come through in the clutch. Babe Ruth in the World Series, you know, all those guys. Barry Bonds.
Yep.
You know, Barry struggled for a while, right?
He did at the beginning. It took him a while.
And then he kind of got it going towards the end of his career, and he came up. So that's to me, that's fully legit. That's where reputations and all that stuff are made, is in the heat of the most intense battles.
Yeah.
So I'd say, let's keep an eye. You know, the pressure's on, Aaron. You know, show us what you got.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the strike. He struck out 4 times on opening night, which
I know. You think after 3 times he'd be thinking, I can't strike out again. I'll lay down a bunt or something.
Anything.
Not one to first base or something. Dude,
yeah, right.
You can't do that. The sombrero, whatever it's called.
That's right.
Oh, man. Scott, I hope that sometime soon the game leaves this whole launch angle, exit velocity phase and goes back to the hit and run, goes back to execution and manufacturing runs and small ball and creating chaos. Do you think the game would ever shift back, or do you think that it's lost and it's going to be strikeouts or home runs, Dave Kingman style?
Yeah, again, I don't want to be like a old fuddy-duddy and stuff like that, but the whole analytics thing got somewhere along the line, got way out of hand.
It did. Yep.
You know, I don't want to go back to days when it's just all about RBIs and batting average. You know, the cat's out of the bag. We have too much technology and all that stuff. But to me, when you're getting down to spin rates and absolute launch angles and percentage of chances that fly ball is going to be caught, it just becomes too much. And I'd like to see him back off. And maybe if some team could back off and then have some success, that would kind of lead the way. I'd like to see baseball take the lead in this in some ways, Major League Baseball. I'd like to see him take all the electronics out of the dugout. In other words, no tablets.
Oh, yeah.
Every team's got the tablets. Out in the bullpen, they got the tablets.
Yep.
The guys all the guys in the field have their cheat sheet cards. They pull out of their hat and they look at it. Okay, what am I going to do now?
Yep.
Just none of that. I just don't. I think we'd be just as good and much better without that stuff. We don't. It just pretty soon it's going to be. We're going to have the whole dugout is going to be like a AI command center with spitting out all kinds of stats. The players will be standing off to the side, just taking directions. There's too much. We got to put the human element, and to me that goes for all sports. I would like to see go back as far as you can in technology. I'd like to see no technology on the sidelines in the football game. You know, the coach calls the plays. He doesn't get the computer. They don't get the tablets. The quarterback comes off the sidelines. He sits down. He looks at the tablet. He reads the last 5 plays and all that stuff. Now just figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
In fact, let's go back as far. I want the quarterback to call his own signals. I'll call his own plays.
Oh man, there you go. Remember the speaker box that Steve DeBerg wore on his back in?
No, I don't.
I do. I remember that. Yeah, I totally remember that. Well, I'll tell you what. Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say.
I was just going to say, Tony, you coach kids sports. Even in kids sports, the coaches have this mania. Maybe you don't. I hope you to control everything.
Yeah,
control everything. You know. Don't call a timeout. Now just let them figure it out. God damn it.
Right. And also, you know what? Rely on the old eye test. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What's in front of your eyes? What's happening right in front of you? Not what the data says. And I was thinking about the last World Series, the Blue Jays Dodgers, which was actually a fantastic series.
Yes. Yeah.
I felt like the style of play reverted a bit back to that type of play that we're talking about with manufacturing runs and stuff. So it showed me that there is hope for some of that style to stay in the game. That's all I'm hoping. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, listen, man, we appreciate the time. I want to wrap with just maybe one or two last questions, and they're about the San Francisco Giants as we get ready to kick this season into gear. Just your thoughts about the Vitello hire. It is unorthodox. It's unusual, but I do like that Buster is trying something that's never been considered before. Like, let's see what happens. But with that in mind, in that he's never had, big league experience, do you think his style will translate? And what do you think a realistic kind of view of the Giants this year is?
Yeah, I think it'll translate. When Buster first made the hire, I fully supported it. For one thing, it was Buster's idea, and he's trying new things, progressive things. He's aggressive and all that stuff. I thought it was a really good, creative, aggressive move.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that. I've seen a lot of stuff like, this is an insult to all the minor league managers who have been passed over and stuff. Well, it's the same in basketball. Sometimes they hire college coaches, sometimes they are. So I don't see that as an insult to anybody. I think the guy paid his dues and earned a right to get this job. I haven't been impressed. That first day press conference in the dugout, kind of threw me off, because that to me that's the kind of thing where it's going to be hard to live down. That months from now they'll go on a 4-game losing streak, and people say, "See, he didn't want to be there." He really shot himself in the foot on that. Yeah, and it remains to be seen if he's got the personality.
Yeah,
basically, what I think is the key is not so much the strategy. He's got people running him, whether he's got the personality. It's all big league manager. It's all about personality, whether it's Bochy or Dusty or whatever. And I'm not sure I've seen that yet, but it's still early. So
and he does have Dusty and Boch as resources if he wants to go to them and converse and get advice and stuff. I mean, he's got two great resources at his disposal. So hopefully they can, help him steer through some of this. Because you're right. I mean, the bright lights will be on him like throughout the season. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, on that note, Scott, have you had any interaction over the years with Ron Washington? Because I love the fact that he is in the mix with the Giants.
Ron. Probably not. I should have exploited that more. Exploited or just been, but the times I've been around him, it's been fantastic. The guy's got this kind of offbeat, weird energy.
Yeah,
and it's really infectious. He's super enthusiastic, but without being a rah guy. I remember one time when he was with the A's. He had this idea. I think it was in the playoffs. I won't remember the specs, but he decided, hey, this would be a great spot for a suicide squeeze bunt. Nice. And so he did the signals and flashed it in, and they did it. The guy laid down the bunt, and it worked, and they won the game. And he explained it afterwards, and he said something like, I knew it would work because if you put the ball down anywhere in this area right there, they can kiss my ass.
That's Ron Washington, man. Yeah, perfect. Perfect anecdote right there. Yeah. Well, listen, man, Scott, we just wanted to salute you today. We wanted to catch up and congratulate you on a really incredible career. We've all enjoyed your work. Everybody in the audience right now is sending their regards on the comments line. So thanks for the time today. And Scott, we'll be in touch, man. We'll be knocking on your door. We'll keep tabs on what you're up to, and we'd love to have you back on anytime, Scott. So congrats and thanks for the time today, brother.
All right, fellas. Thanks, Paulie, Tony. I really appreciate it. Keep up the fun, the energy, and get some better snacks in the green room, and I'll be back, man.
Yeah, right on, Scott.
You got it, Scott. Have a great weekend, man. Thank you, brother. Right. We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Scott Ostler, everybody, LA Times, San Francisco Chronicle. And as you can see, just a great dude. He's just like, I've always enjoyed Scott and his like personality and the kind of guy, because again, he's one of these highly accomplished dudes, Tony, with like zero attitude and zero ego. And I enjoy that. Yeah.
Like thoroughly entertaining, man. Like just highbrow humor. And so I loved his columns. I'm going to miss his work. Selfishly, I'm going to miss his work. It's like a bittersweet thing, but I'm so happy for him. Like the Lowell Cone line saying that like every day is like the first day of summer vacation. That it must be a fantastic feeling. And I look forward to having that feeling someday, Paulie. You know what I mean? So I'm jealous.
I was thinking when he said that I knew exactly what he meant. And I'm sure you do too, because like our careers aren't over. We're doing a new show now, obviously, but every single day, Tony, I'm not kidding. I don't really talk about this on the air with you or the audience, but I'll say it today. I mean, it's no big deal, but every morning that I get to sleep in till like 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm like, this is the greatest freaking like moment of my life, because I got up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning for 18 years. And like, I still feel like I'm catching up on sleep, not exaggerating. I still feel tired from all that. So like, I feel like I know what Scott's saying. It's like, you feel relieved and you try to get like a new perspective on the things you can enjoy. And for me, it's sleeping past 4 a.m. Like I can't tell you how much I love that. Yeah.
He meant having like dreams about like the way, you know, like
my columnists do. Yeah.
I remember specifically when I worked the mornings with you and Murph and God, Gary Radnich back in the morning. You would take a nap in the afternoon and wake up when it was dark.
Have no idea what's going on.
Right. And I'd be freaking out thinking,
I'm late for work. I'm late for work. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh no, it's 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. instead.
It's black, like in January or something. Dude, it's the worst feeling. Yeah. I remember that. I hated that so much because Tony's right. You take an afternoon nap, it's light out, you wake up, it's like 5:15, but you look at your clock, you're like 5:15. I gotta be at work in 10 minutes. You start getting dressed. I remember here's a true story. I remember being on a work trip with Murph. We were at I think this was in Tahoe. We were up at the Edgewood Classic. This dude in the middle of the night rolls over. Yeah, it was Tahoe. Murph rolls over, looks at his clock, and it was like it was exactly what we're talking about. He looked at the clock. It was like 5:15 in the afternoon or something. He got dressed. He was napping. He got dressed. He got his coffee out, and he started walking to do the show until he realized, like, oh, people are going to dinner. Oh, it's 5:15 at night. So yeah, it just does a number on your whole system and your body and your brain. But every day, even today, Tony, I was like, thank you, God. Thank you for letting me sleep. I will never not appreciate that. Okay, Tony, how about this? Couple of supers and then to the music assignment we go. Hi ho, it's to the music assignment we go. But first, some business, Tony. Go ahead, brother.
Well, hold on a second, Paulie. You just want the business time sounder? What do you want, big guy?
What, big guy? I don't get any big guys out of you. Wow, big guy. Can I return serve with a chief? Whatever you want to do, chief. You know what I mean? I'm big guy, chief. I don't think you've ever called me big guy. It kind of stopped me in my tracks. Big guy. Wow.
I don't think I've ever called you that in the 25 plus years I've known you.
It was good comedy, though. We're both laughing. Big guy at your service. Tony, please use the proper nomenclature. I prefer stud nuts, if you will. Stud nuts.
Yeah. And well, Stud Nuts only drinks Stud Light from Standard Deviant, which we can get into later on in the show.
That's the way it's going down, buddy. Handle the supers, and then we'll go to the music assignment, buddy.
You
want to wait. You said you want to wait on supers. You want to bring them up. Yeah.
No, I don't. And this is Gravy saying, thank you, Mark Gravy Graves, for the super. He says, bummer bracket Tommy John surgery at 12 years old versus getting up at 6:30 for. Wow, dude. We got to add that, Paulie, because yes, Saturday. What am I doing this Saturday? Actually, this Saturday, I don't have a game till 11:30. But
that's good living. That's a nice break for you.
I get to sleep in on a Saturday. It's the first time in a while. But the thing is, dude, these volleyball tournaments that my daughter's doing, like Livermore, Pleasanton, and that's nothing. Supposedly, when you get older, it's Roseville, it's Reno, it's nothing against those places, but it's not my first choice of where I want to hang out on a Saturday at 7 a.m. So, but yes, bummer bracket Tommy John surgery at 12 years old versus getting up at 6:30 for tournaments. I need to get to a PMP event. Yes, you do, Gravy. We need to see you at an event, buddy. We will. We're going to keep throwing events because we want. Yeah, we want people to keep coming out. You know, show up, show out. Like we're going to do a Giants game, like Paulie was saying earlier in the show. I will pick a date. We'll look at the calendar and pick a date. Probably at the end of the summer, maybe.
Yeah. I think last year we did it like late July or August or something like that, and we had a great time that night. That's the night Escobar and I were looking at broken down Cadillacs on 3rd Street, having another sidewalk session. I'll tell you what, the bar on the sidewalk sessions is getting raised higher and higher because again, Leah with the toolbox, you know what I mean? She's got all these accessories, and next thing you know, you're behind the pizza wagon. There's puffs of smoke coming up. It was crazy the other night.
Also, Paulie, you talk about sidewalk bar raised, and the piñata bar continues to be raised because of the Mahomes piñata and now the Shohei Ohtani piñata. Like, dude, and what Shank and Soccer Bowl load up into the piñata is just amazing. And then Soccer Bowl put a Tony's Top 3 and a PMP Army sticker, both those stickers on the barrel of the bat. So
yeah. Yeah. You know, there is talk. The Santa Cruz Mafia has invited us multiple times to go down to Santa Cruz, look at the Grateful Dead exhibit at UC Santa Cruz, which shockingly I've never seen. I've actually never seen that. And they want us to broadcast from down there, which I'm all in for that. We've talked about this before. I don't want to get in a big thing, but Santa Cruz is still kind of my spiritual home. I love it down there. And I know Tony does too. Tony has similar feelings. There's just something in the air down there. There's a vibe down there. It's that I really, really enjoy. Tony, anyway, the supers. We're rambling here. Sorry.
We just did the gravy super, and we have one more super from our guy, Dom Peralta, who is going to the game with his brother and his mom and dad. He says, happy opening day, PMP Familia, Army, Broads, Babes, and Dudes. Congrats, Scott Ostler, and can't wait for what comes next. Go Giants. Dude, bring home a Robbie Ray tight pants W with Paulie predicting a bomb from Matt Chapman and or Adames. No, Devers. You said Devers.
Correct. Devers. I'll take an Adames too, though. If Adames wants to go.
I'll go Adames. I'll say Adames. And you say the other two. That's basically 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. So
I remember last year when Adames was really struggling, and Buster was like, "You guys just be patient. This is a player. This guy's a gamer. He's going to be fine." And he was right. Like Adames has turned into. I could really see him having a good year, or at least I'm hopeful that Adames is going to follow through and have a good year. Tony, real quick, Karen had a super. Karen Bell, she's up there with the red glasses. Let's not forget her super. We're being alerted by multiple sources on the comment line that Karen Bell had a super that we missed. So let's see if we can find.
Wow, that's not showing up on our supers. But let me end it.
We're looking, you guys.
Yeah, I see Gravies because it does a separate column for me. It takes all the supers and puts them in a separate column. Not to get too technical for behind the scenes. Oh, there it is. Wow, for some reason it didn't show up. That I had to go back to the regular comment line. Karen Bell, I apologize, but thank you so much for the super. And she says, happy real opening day, PMP Familia. Cheers. And by the way, the real, yes, dude, daytime baseball, bunting on the ballpark, no Netflix balloons and inflatables and kayaks, and no Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, stick to the gridiron, dude.
Yeah, like, again, it was a head scratcher, man. And no, Tony, like you said, no inflatables, no taxi cabs, and like Nikki Turturro says, no canoes, okay? No canoes in the Cove today, buddy.
Canoes, that's the best. And again, I promise you, Netflix probably did like a lottery saying, who wants to be in a kayak in McCovey Cove? It's
I do. Yeah.
Put your name in a hat, enter the lottery, and if your name gets picked, you get to be in a red kayak for opening night.
And I guarantee you, those jackasses had no idea. They probably weren't even baseball fans. They were just out there, like, paddling around. All right, Tony.
How many points? What's the score right now? How many points? Oh, the Yankees have 7 points. Cool, awesome.
Are the Giants going to kick a field goal? Is that like is it out of reach? I don't know. Is it 2-minute warning? Tony, hey, music assignment. It's staring at us in the face, and I don't want to. I want to like. What are you doing, bro?
That
what are you
was
doing?
A total accident. That's our show.
What are you doing?
I was scrolling down to get to the musical assignment open, and I accidentally hit the show open. My apologies.
This has been one hell of a week. I mean, we are breaking new ground in terms of mishaps. All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
Give me the glass open. Let's come on.
Stand by. If you just give me a moment, Paulie, and I will have it for you momentarily. Here we go.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
Are we good to go here, buddy? Are we good? Is everybody good? I want to say, first and foremost, we want to thank our newest partner on the show. That's Standard Deviant Brewing. Many of you were there just a couple of nights ago with us, enjoying our opening night party on Wednesday. For those of you who have not yet broken the plane at Standard Deviant, the uninitiated, let's tell you a little bit about these guys. First of all, they're located, our location. There's 2 locations in the city. The PMP location thus far has been Pier 70. It's on Maryland Street in San Francisco. And Tony and I talk about how spectacular that location is and the views. You're literally staring at the bay. Like there's nothing but water in the East Bay in front of you. It's a beautiful spot. And then there's the other location, 280 14th Street. That is in the Mission District. And the broad strokes with Standard Deviant are, just know this, we're talking about a variety of diverse beers, all taste to style. And again, they are the purveyors of the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. So when you stop by Standard Deviant, you're going to be enjoying the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. And always remember, everybody's welcome. They're really into that idea of just kind of inclusion and accommodating people. And that's how we operate too, obviously, on this show, man. Everybody's welcome here. There's nobody that's, there's nobody that's not welcome in the PMP audience and community. We've really enjoyed the way this whole scene has kind of blossomed. And Standard Deviant operates with the same principles. Again, 2 locations, committed to proudly offering safe spaces for everybody. And every time I talk about safe spaces, Tony, I got to shout out Grateful Dead Drum Space. Of course, Drums Space. But you guys have seen the location. Play some shuffleboard. They got the flat screen TVs. It's a great place to watch a game. Bring a pizza inside like we did the other night. Thank you, Tony. Are these the Red Jet Shell photographs?
Yes, these are the Red Jet. So these pictures are so good. These are the Red Jet Shell pictures from Wednesday. She walked around the property and snapped these photos. And it was before the party got going. She got there early. And the lighting she captured and the angles.
Look at how colorful these shots are. Yeah, no, she's got a real eye for this. Something tells me.
Look at our guy Peter. Hold on. Look at our guy Peter, man. Just in the
with the Garcia shirt, with the JG Garcia shirt, dude. Way to zoom in on. You know what the fact is, Tony? I need more Peter. I really do. Yes, I need to hang with Peter more. But again, enjoy the variety of beers, enjoy the bay view, enjoy the company and the entire vibe at Standard Deviant. These guys are great partners. They're great dudes. And you see how they've treated us. Like we have they basically open the doors and say, hey, PMP, do what you guys want to do. Enjoy yourselves, make yourselves at home. And we certainly have. So I want to thank Mark DeVito, and I want to thank Paul, and I want to thank Peter and the entire Standard Deviant crew for opening their doors and becoming our newest partner and great friend, Tony. So thank you, Standard Deviant, very much. We love you guys.
Paulie, I just want to thank them for 2 things. Their beers are fantastic, by the way, literally. And they brew all the beer in this new location, Pier 70. And they also have the Mission location on 14th Street in the Mission, by the way. But this is their new home, and it's a beautiful spot, especially if you can go to a Giants game and then go there before the game or after the game, you are winning the day. But also, I want to thank them for their Hop on Muni beer, which is fantastic, and also their Stud Light.
It was good. Stud Light was really good.
But all of their beers are good, and you can get any of their beers in 6-packs. You can get them in 32-ounce crowlers, or you can get a full keg of any of their beers as well. Standard Deviant Brewing. You can go to standarddeviantbrewing.com or follow them on Instagram at Standard Deviant Brewing, and they are a very fun follow because they're just posting cool stuff. And again, it always goes back to the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco, Standard Deviant. I'm telling you, the Stud Light, 4.2%. and then the Hop on Muni. Those are my two favorites. But they have a saison, they have a little saison, they have a stout, they've got all they have a pale ale, Comet Pale Ale, all good beers. And by the way, these guys are local guys that just basically started, rolled the dice, and now they're doing very well. And we're so stoked to partner with them, Paulie.
Oh, no question. So thanks again to Mark, Peter, and Paul, and Patty dropping the riffs. Is Mary part of their operation too? Peter, Paul, and Mary? We'll make sure they hire somebody named Mary, Patty, because I like where your head's at. And number two, real quick, Dan Coach Amelia is in the chat right now, and he goes, guys, I'm sorry I missed the party last Wednesday. We missed you, dude. We were asking for you, but I understand. I totally get it, Dan. Don't even worry about it. And also, Dan, just so you know, while I see you over there, two quick things. We're just doing some housekeeping live on the show. One, Tony and I would like to have you and Los on the show next week. We couldn't do it this week because there was just too much going on. But I want to get Dan on the show next week, talk more Giant baseball. And two, final message for Dan is that we did a makeup spot for you yesterday since we had the party Wednesday night. We did your other spot yesterday, just so you know, Dan, in case you missed it. But have a great weekend. Go Giants. And everybody check out Dan and his post-game show, which I'm assuming will kick in right after the game ends today on the NorCal Sports Network. Who knows? Los D might be his guest too. Those guys break it down. They do great pre and post for Niners and Giants. So enjoy those broadcasts. Tony, I want to dismiss this class and get everybody over to the Tolbert broadcast and then the Giants pregame. But no one goes anywhere until we do the final music assignment of this week, this calendar week. Tony, 327 on your calendar. Again, if you're just joining us, the assignment is as follows. We ask for songs about the start of something, songs about the beginning of something, or songs about something new, and all kind of connected to this baseball season, which is just getting underway. Tony, if you would like to do the honors of the audience contributions, go for that. And then we can do ours, and we will send everybody out to Oracle Park. Let's watch some baseball, man. But tell me what we got here, T. It's too small for me to read, so help me out. Read those for me.
Yeah, buddy. I just wanted this as a visual.
Right. Okay.
For people that, just wanted to take a gander at all. And then we have some emails that came in late that I'll get to in a second here, Paulie. But Patty from Napa, she says, The Last Resort by the Eagles. And I remember telling us when we first started talking about the musical assignment months ago, this is her favorite song. And she said, maybe it's her favorite song of all time, but definitely her favorite Eagles song. Mikey, Patty's better half. Mikey says Steve Miller's Jet Airliner. Okay. Big
good.
Old Jet Airliner. Greg Trela, and by the way, Greg Trela's brother, Mike Trela, at Standard Deviant Wednesday night for the season opener. I went home with Mike, and we were talking about Greg's musical ear. And he says Michael Jackson's Wannabe, starting something with the lyric Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mumakusa. And and then Greg Trela says he has an honorable mention for John Joseph. In Flames, Dawn of a New Day. So the band In Flames and the song Dawn of a New Day. So that's from Greg Trela. Love it, Greg. Karen Bell, thank you for the super, and thank you for chiming in with the musical assignment. Boston's Don't Look Back, Rush's New World Man, and the Babies back on my feet again, and isn't it time? So on fire, Karen Bell. Great job with that. Look at Lily Merchant saying Nina Simone feeling good.
Yeah, Nina Simone, man. I got turned on to Nina Simone later in life, but what a piano player, what a singer, what an incredible talent. And who had the New World Man? That was Karen Bell?
That was Karen Bell, yeah.
Right. Karen Bell. New World Man. Hell yeah.
And look at Corinne Sartorio, our favorite Manhattan maker who travels with them in Tupperware. She says the Carpenters, we've only just begun. Just a
nice. By the way, I always have to do this. This is my duty as a card carrying member of the KISS Army since 1977 when I was a little kid. I really did. I joined the KISS Army. I still have the folder downstairs with the badge and the photos. I got the whole thing. Creative Tony, every time you name like one of these, famous musicians or famous Hollywood starlets, I always have to report to the community at large. When we talk about the Carpenters, you're talking Karen Carpenter. You do know that she dated Gene Simmons, right? I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, just so you understand.
That's phenomenal. That reminds me of Charles Barkley. They were showing Kenny Smith's bracket on the post game yesterday, before the Arizona game, or maybe it was after the Arizona game, and they put a red X on all of the games he predicted wrong. And Charles goes, "Man, you got more X's than Leonardo DiCaprio."
Nice. I wonder if somebody wrote that. That's a good line. Tony, a very unusual, unorthodox moment of the show right now, but we do make special concessions for the VIPs. And Escobar Cheeks III is one of the greatest VIPs we know. Would you be so kind as to acknowledge his super? Thank you, Tony. Go ahead, buddy.
Look at this guy. Look at Escobar Cheeks III. We always have time and space for you, brother. He says, I forgot to send mine. I'll go with John Denver, Leaving on a Jet Plane, and Sting, Brand New Day. See, that's what I love about the musical assignment, Paulie. I would never have predicted Escobar to pick those two songs. You know what I'm saying? That's what rules about the assignment. So that's phenomenal.
Let me tell you something real funny about one of my favorite sports media guys out there, Mark Spears. You guys know Mark Spears. He's on ESPN a lot. We used to have him on Murph and Mac all the time. Dude, we used to talk music with Mark Spears because it's kind of connected to Escobar right here. And I'll never forget one day we had Spears on the show. And one day he was like, yeah, man, because he's got that deep voice. He's like, yeah, last night I was hanging with Branford Marsalis, man. And we just hanging out, talking about Charlie Parker. And then we started talking about music. And he does. He hangs out with Branford. He knows all these cool people. And one day, dude, it was some year in the past when Sting was announced that he was going to be part of the Super Bowl halftime show. I think he sat in with Coldplay or Beyonce. I don't remember, but Sting sat in with somebody. And we asked Mark Spears about that. And I go, hey, Mark Spears. Oh, no. I remember it was the NBA All-Star game. And a lot of people got upset because they were like, hey, Sting is not going to translate to the NBA audience. We need somebody younger, somebody cooler, somebody like more hip. And then I go, hey man, Mark Spears, what do you think about that? Is Sting, is he miscast in the NBA All-Star game? This is what Mark Spears does. He goes, hey man, listen, he goes, I'll tell you right now, I love Englishman in New York, baby. I love it. I did not expect to hear that from Mark Spears. But he backed him and he goes, yeah, man, I love Englishmen in New York. So, hey, listen, it's great when we're surprised by musical taste in Escobar. That was a very long-winded way of saying your Sting, I'll see your Sting, and I'll raise you a Mark Spears, Englishman in New York. Okay.
By the way, the Bill O'Reilly video that we riff on all the time, the thing sucks, that we'll do it right. We'll do it live. That is all surrounding a Sting song that they want to play at the end of the broadcast, and O'Reilly doesn't know what it is.
Great call.
So he's so pissed off. He's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this song is. I don't know what do you want me to do? It's the freaking best, dude. So Sting, man, Sting just all over the universe, Paulie. I'll get back to the musical assignment now, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. I'm sorry. And I see you, John Joseph, heading out to the highway. Great track. I love that. I love Point of Entry. Great album. Go ahead, Tony.
Hey, just a few more, Paul. I'm just going to go through them. Corinne, we said the Carpenters, we've only just begun. Bon, a.k.a. Scarlet Fire. Go Cats, get them Cats. They play Reardon today. Chris Stapleton's starting over. Stapleton. Nice. I've been in a Stapleton groove now for a couple of years. Great call, Bonnie. Jerome, dude, second vote for One Be Starting Something. We might be singing Mama Say Mama Saw Mumaku Saw, Paulie.
Okay, that's good. Multiple votes. That's a great song, too.
Oh, totally, dude. And how about Nina Simone gets another vote from Noemi this time? Nina Simone, Feeling Good. I love that Lily and Noemi both picked that. That's just a classical choice. Miriam checking in. She says, Beautiful Day by U2.
Nice.
You know what's funny about that song, Paulie?
What?
Like at first when I heard that song, I'm like, and the song just totally grew on me to where I think it's a great tune.
I love Beautiful Day. Beautiful Day is it's a great song. Yeah.
I totally agree. And then Paulie, Don Peralta says Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue. And I'm glad he included the umlauts under. And then he also says Grateful Dead's Eyes of the World. James Brown, I Got You. And Dom's going 4-pack today, Paulie. The Casualties start a riot. So now, Paulie, if you don't mind, I'm just there were a couple of late entries that Dom was not able to get into that doc.
Did Rag have a contribution? I'm surprised.
Yes. So hang on, we got Chuck P1 Chuck Aquisto says, Let the Day Begin by The Call. The Day Begin by The Call.
All right, Chuck. Nice, man. Nice.
Steve Bisecchio, thanks for coming out Wednesday night. Stevie B, he says Chicago's Beginnings by Chicago. Which again, I wouldn't have thought Stevie B would be doing a Chicago tune. I love it.
Stevie B knows. He knows a lot of. He goes pretty deep on music. I've noticed that too.
And she loved. This is Jessica Sylvia, who's also known as Beat LA. She says, "I'm positive nobody else will choose this. Have a beautiful weekend." And she says, hashtag F the Dodgers, hashtag stop the three-peat, and her song "Promise of a New Day" by Paula Abdul.
Wow, dude. Wow. You know what? That's the first Paula Abdul song to hit the PMP playlist. And whatever it is, it's been a year and 4 months practically since we've been on the air. So respect,
Yes,
PLA. Little Paula Abdul.
Second vote for We've Only Just Begun by the Carpenters. Okay. Will Sparks. Sparks coming in with We've Only Just Begun for the Carpenters. Will, great to see you on Wednesday night. Give Rebecca a big hug for us. Rags. Oh, dude, a second vote for Beginnings by Chicago from Rags. How about that?
That's right. Only Just Begun. Rags loves that tune. I've seen Rags go to work on that song. Okay, nice.
That's great. So Rags and Stevie B with the same choice there. And then to finish up, Paulie, we're going to be putting Want to Be Starting Something on the playlist because you know what? Our guy, Ray Goodman, just emailed in for Want to Be Starting Something by Michael Jackson. And then he just wants to include a song that he wrote himself, an original he wrote after he and Noemi got engaged called New Start. So,
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that great? New Start by Ray Goodman and the Soulmates. We'll have to have Ray play that at one of the gigs one of these days. So, Paulie, that ends the listener portion, or I always call them listeners, like people.
That's okay. I do too. Yeah, viewer, audience members,
PMP Familia. But Paulie, I'm going to go and then you're going to go.
Okay, buddy.
But Want to Be Starting Something has officially made it onto the list because
I just put it on. I updated the playlist already. So that is again, if you're new to the show, we add the songs from the assignment to the playlist every week. Again, sponsored by Standard Deviant Brewing in San Francisco. They now sponsor the music assignment, which you are currently enjoying. So you can go to Spotify. It's a public playlist. It's called PMP 26. And I will take the song from the audience that gets the most votes, plus a song from me and a song from Tony. And we just add to it every week. And it's a pretty cool, kind of eclectic batch of songs here. And that's the idea. We're trying to make this as interesting as possible for everybody involved. So listen to it at your leisure over the weekend. Tony, the floor is yours, my man.
Paulie, I'm going to do Bon Bon Stone. I'm doing 2 songs today, Paulie. Bon Bon, Bonnie, Scarlet Fire. Her selection was the same as my selection. I've been in a Chris Stapleton group for a while. He has a song that she chose called Starting Over, and it is one of the greatest songs he's ever written, in my humble opinion. And just lyrics for the chorus, basically. And it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my 4-leaf clover. Starting Over. So that's Chris Stapleton's Starting Over. Just badass.
Okay, well, I got to jump in real quick because you're dropping Lucky Penny on me. First of all, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Lucky Penny on Geary and Masonic. Lucky Penny for Life, one of the great diners in San Francisco. It's now closed. And then 2, Lucky Star by Madonna. You must be my lucky star. Great track. And then 2, lastly, Tony, what was it? Starting Over by John Lennon. He's got a great song by the same name. It'll be just like starting over. So anyway, Tony, Chris Stapleton is on PMP 26. You got another one?
Yes, and I do, Paulie. And Steve Groschel sent in a video of this artist, and it's too. I'm worried about showing videos on the show right now. So
don't do it. I don't want the whole thing to collapse. Yeah.
Maybe next week, but Grosch and I talked about this on Wednesday. Great to see you on Wednesday, Steve Groschel. But I've been listening to this cat Stick Figure, who is as my buddy would, Darren Batara, who is a musician here in San Carlos, would say, he calls it Cali roots reggae, but it's kind of like the whole. We were riffing on white boy reggae, basically, is what he was saying. It's not the Rasta roots, but all these guys are heavily influenced by the roots reggae movement from the 60s and 70s. So
sure.
This guy Stick Figure, I was like, check it out. The music is damn good, man. So I'm going with a song called Once in a Lifetime, is the song by Stick Figure. And it's from the album World on Fire. And it's about, well, everyone has a purpose. Everyone has their doubts. Why does it feel uncertain? Why you run around? It ain't easy. Leave it to me. A perfect place to be. A perfect place to be. I'm done running. I'm coming. I will escape. Take me away. This place is never the same. Never the same. This is once in a lifetime. The whole thing is about this is once in a lifetime. So
okay, I got it. I got it right here. Putting it on right now. Stick figure once in a lifetime. Got it. I like the artwork on the album too. That looks pretty good. Okay. Final thoughts, Tony, on that. Are you done rapping about stick figure or you got more?
I am done rapping about it, but I want to say Hum Daddies. I see you on the chat. And dude, I riffed about Let's Get It Started yesterday by MC Hammer. My beats are ever booming, and you know I get it. Let's get it started. So that's what he was saying. That's what Hum Daddy was saying. So I just want to give Hum Daddy some love on their choice there, Paulie. And Chutch916 says his stick figure vinyl arrives tomorrow. Thanks for the recommendation. Right on, dude. Let's go.
Well, we're going to end the show with this. Actually, Tony, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do my final song, and then we're going to do a Long Bridge Pizza, and then it's David Lee Roth dismissing the class. Get on over to the Tom Tolbert show, and then go Giants. Okay, Tony, somebody had to do it, and it might as well be me. Okay, it might as well be me. Tony, the album is Shout at the Devil. You see the pentagram right there. You see the pentagram. And then on the back.
For me? Yeah. Just give me some of that. Yeah, give me.
Are you ready? You ready for it?
I want it. All right. Come on, give it to me.
Think you can handle it? Here it comes, dude. Straight out of 1983. Bam.
Oh, yeah, dude. Give me the. Come on. It's just incredible.
That's all right there. Dude, every time we would show Shannon Cale or stuff like this, it'd be like, hey, Shannon, check it out. I'm into this. And he'd be like, you really shouldn't be doing that, man. Shannon has no time for the LA hair metal. And by the way, how great is it that when you open this record up, not only do you get the the greatest probably gatefold of all time, you get the piece of paper that covered the jacket, the record jacket. All it is, Tony, just a pentagram. That's all. Just a little pentagram for it.
So, Paulie, that's what I love about this. Like, somebody went into.
That's the sleeve. Just a pentagram. Yeah.
Somebody went into says, hey guys, like Vince Neil or somebody, Mick Mars went into the record exec, said, okay, we got our album name. It's gonna be called Shout at the Devil.
That's right.
The cover is just gonna be a pentagram. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. That's all it is. And Rags is calling. He's telegraphing my pitches. Ladies and gentlemen, the track I'm going to submit is the opening track of the entire album, which is kind of a speech. It's not even really a song. It's called In the Beginning. Okay. In the beginning. Good over
the powers of evils of all man's sins.
Now, many, many lifetimes later. Yeah. So come now, children of the beast. So anyway, I'm going to
go and shout at the devil.
100%. 100%. So let me tell you what I'm going to do, Tony. I'm going to go In the Beginning, Arrow, Shout at the Devil, because they're kind of connected. You can't have fun without the other. So this is the first. Dude, Tony, I'm going to say this is the first spoken word piece we've ever done on the playlist, but you're getting it today, folks. You're getting these guys. Okay.
That's incredible. God, incredible.
So In the Beginning, Shout at the Devil. Yeah.
Again, Paulie, that just seeing that right there just makes me so thankful that I was able to grow up in that time.
No question. No question. I was talking about being thankful I get to sleep in now. I'm so thankful we grew up in the 80s. I'm so thankful I didn't have a cell phone in high school. Dude, you know what else? I'm so thankful when I was in high school, gas, I could like fill my car on like $5 worth of gas. It was like $5. Yeah, fill it up. Here's a $5. Yeah. Those are the good old days. All right.
A gallon of gas for like 89 cents.
Yeah. Like gentlemen, keeping it civil.
And I drove a Volkswagen Bug, dude. So that gallon would get me pretty far.
Yeah. Oh, nice, Tony. Nice. Yeah. All right, kids. Well, we're going to do a Long Bridge Pizza spot, and then we're going to dismiss the class. Go Giants. Let's enjoy this weekend of baseball, the real return of baseball. March Madness. There's a lot on our plates, but right back in the oven we go. Tony, now, many, many lifetimes later, just highlights from
down.
Only the corpses of rebels. Yeah, ashes.
The corpses.
And blood-stained streets, dude, and blood-stained streets. Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah, you'll hear it. It'll be on the playlist.
Hey, who voices that? Do you know who voices that?
I'm going to guess it's Nikki. That's my guess. It's Nikki.
I was going to guess it was Tommy.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Dude, is it Mars? I actually hope it's McMars.
It would be the best for everybody involved if it was Mars. Actually, John Joseph, who does that? Who does the read on in the beginning? John would know. He's the kind of guy that would know. Okay, Longbridge Pizza, this kind of guy that we know because we know good pizza, and get on down to 3rd Street. In fact, for all of you at Longbridge right now, go Giants. Have a great weekend, everybody. Tony, we are encouraging all of our friends and newcomers to go to Longbridge anytime this weekend, anytime throughout the week. 2347 3rd Street. The laid-back vibe, the serious pizza. Did you say that the pizza wagon is on patrol today? Where are they out there somewhere today? I thought you mentioned the pizza wagon yesterday in regards to them. Are they flipping pies somewhere today?
I don't know. I saw Neil and Andrew both today before the show, but I think they're just holding it down here because, dude, now that baseball season is in session, any home game, get your ass to Longbridge before or after the game. That's where we saw Juan Santa Maria. That's where we saw my guy who had his orange face paint and his belly face paint, and a orange belly paint. Longbridge is a great place to hang. And then you know me, Paulie, I'm a Lime scooter guy. I'll just take a Lime scooter from Longbridge to the ballpark. But you can also have a nice stroll down 3rd Street or get on Muni and take the streetcar from Longbridge to the ballpark too. So it's a great place to hang and a phenomenal meal. And also the games will be on in Longbridge if you just want to go to Longbridge and watch some ball from in Longbridge.
Yeah, and like Jeff Spicoli said famously in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, when Mr. Hand looked over at him and they were in the middle of class, and Mr. Hand goes, "Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?" Spicoli goes, "Learning about Cuba, having some food." That's exactly what we're doing. It's an updated version of that. What in the hell do you think you're doing, PMP? You know what we're doing, Tony? We're learning about in the beginning and having some pizza. We have an answer to our question. Not only did John Joseph come correct, so did Escobar. They said that the in the beginning speech was read by a guy named Jeff Workman, who engineered the record. I did not know that. Thank you guys very much. That's great Motley Crue trivia. Jeff Workman is the guy who reads in the beginning. In the beginning. Anyway, Tony, in the beginning, there was the Vibe Tribe, my friend. In the beginning, there was the Vibe Tribe. There was serious pizza with the laid-back vibe. Get on down there. Hey, Wednesdays are specialty sandwich days, chopped cheese, Vinny's Gabagool. Stevie B and I rave and vouch. We would lay down our lives for that chicken parm that Neil serves up on Wednesdays. And the pizza, man. The pizza's money. I'll never forget Miriam the other night. I go, "Miriam, what are you working on right here?" She goes, "The loading dock." It's all about the loading dock. There were hot and honey pizzas on the table. There were Polly Mac pies right there. You see the special box that they have. I love that. I do have the J in my hand. Nice artistic touch right there. But place your order to go. Stop by. However you want to do it. It is a great place to just hang out, like Tony said, and just have a couple of beers. Watch a few innings of the Giant game today or the Warrior game tonight. It's conveniently located on 3rd Street. So you can make it to the game before or after, in either regard, Warriors or Giants. But those of you heading out there today, have a great time. Go Giants. Nothing but Giant fans at Longbridge Pizza. Neil has the shelves adorned with lots of Giants memorabilia. So thanks for being such great friends and partners, Longbridge Pizza. Tony, your final thoughts, and we'll get the hell out of here, man.
Longbridge Pizza, just our first ever partner on the show.
Yep.
They got the ball rolling for us. So forever grateful. Just seeing Andrew this morning, me and Neil this morning, just giving them both hugs and just being like, so, and go Arizona Wildcats. They're both Wildcats. And also, Paulie, the music that happens inside Longbridge, the beers, all the local beers on tap that happen at Longbridge. And also, Paulie, remember, if you want the pizza wagon to come to your town or to come to your event or to come to your birthday or graduation or sell any type of family or friend celebration, give them a shout. Events@longbridgepizza.com. You can email them, events@longbridgepizza.com, and they're for hire. They will take the pizza wagon and make pizzas right on your site. And that's what they did for us on Wednesday. And it was great. Yeah. And then, oh man, I just had that. Anyways, the hot pizza I had. And Charlie, my buddy Charlie's buddy, Charlie is Captain Leisure, but his buddy Jerry was in town from San Diego, never had Longbridge before, and he was biting. He goes, "There's something different about this pizza." And I go, and then Charlie goes, "Dude, sourdough crust." And he goes, "That's it."
It is. I know, it's a mind blower. It really is. It sounds like a minor detail if you've never tried it before. It's like, well, how much of a difference can that make? You'd be surprised. It does. It adds a whole different element that, Tony, I had never experienced before I had Lombridge pizza. I had never had sourdough crust. Now I don't ever want to go back. I really don't.
Same. Yeah, totally. That's why I say I save the crust and then I dunk it in olive oil, man.
You're killing me right now because now I'm getting really hungry. Okay. Okay, let's end this so we can eat some lunch because that visual was hard. The olive oil, the crust, mop it up, dude. Mop up that olive oil with the crust, Tony. You know how it goes.
100%, Paulie. Maybe some red pepper flakes, and Paulie, as we sign off on the show here, I saw Dan Coach Emilio on the chat, and he had a great line about gas. He goes, "I remember gas." We were talking gas prices a second ago.
Yeah.
He says, "I remember gas prices growing up in the '60s, driving around on a vacation with my parents, and if they pulled into the gas station, the price was 29 cents a gallon, dude."
Oh my God!
How about? Could you imagine, man? 29 cents a gallon, dude. Holy moly. So
I don't know.
Those were simpler times, Paulie.
No, they were. They definitely were. So I want to thank Scott Ostler again for the time today. We all love Scott. We wish him well, and we'll get him back. We'll have him on the show again going in the future. And for the rest of you guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy March Madness. Go enjoy the playlist at your leisure this weekend, PMP 26. It's updated right now. I was doing it while Tony was talking. And go Giants, man. Give me some tight pants. Give me the glutes of a Robbie Ray. Give me the big bat of a Devers. I'm looking for some wins this weekend. Blank the Yankees with respect to Bonnie and Mark Cannizzaro, my two Yankee friends that I love. But in the meantime, dude, I'm excited. Let's go watch some ball. Go listen to Tom Tolbert before first pitch. And we'll be back Monday at high noon. Creative Tony, you know what to do, buddy.
Well, Paulie, like I said, I hope we hear this on Monday.
Bombs away.
And everybody,
we would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
And Paulie, I forgot to do this. I'm doing this for everybody tuning into the show today. Everybody needs a slap every once in a while. And Paulie, we're going to do a little
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
And
so say good night to the bad guy.
And Paulie, just to wrap it up.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Very nice, Tony. Crossfading like a madman. Escobar cheeks. I'll leave it at this. I look forward to seeing the red pants. That's all. I look forward to seeing the red pants. Creative Tony, phenomenal job this week. I know we had a lot of challenges, but we got through it. And thank you, audience, very much. PNP Army, PNP Familia, not only for supporting the show, for your patience while we iron out all these technical kinks. Yeah. I've never seen Tony do that. And Tony's never called me big guy until today. Yep. We broke a lot of new ground today. Tony's doing the heart. I'm getting big guy drops. Who knows what will happen next week? But everybody have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Call an Uber if you need one. And Creative Tony, I'll see you on Monday at high noon. Cheers, y'all. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Peace, everybody. Take care.